What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. In the last episode we got an Thanatos Dracon, as well as Compsognathus. We got a bunch of compies and we also got the dinosaur encounter right here. So like, theoretically, hopefully the idea is that the dinosaurs would come through here and interact with the guests and stuff. And yeah, otherwise, nothing else has happened. However, there was some stuff that happened off-screen before I was about to begin recording the next episode. And I'm sure editing me will put in the metal clips, because this is actually really cool that this is a thing. Okay, so first off, the compies attack baby dinosaurs, right? That is now a confirmation that is a thing. I just saw the compies try and go after the bloody baby Protoceratopses. Yeah, the compies had a go at the little guys, and they tried to eat them, right? But then the next interesting thing happened after that. So it turns out the mother or father, or maybe just an adult figure of that dinosaur in general, will protect the baby dinosaurs. Protecting young. That's a thing? Now, I don't know if this will be the same for all the dinosaurs in the game. I'm sure there's going to be some that will like leave them alone and fend for themselves. But otherwise, they literally, like Big Mama saw that the compies were after their babies and was like, "Oi, back off," and like chase them off. And that was that's so cool that that's a thing, right? They have like actual maternal instincts to like, yeah. And they also had like this thing called like call to baby, so the babies will come to the mother and stuff. And yeah, that's really cool. Shared with adult Compsognathus. Really? So babies don't like compies. Well then, how am I supposed to... What's the point of this then? If they just don't like... Well, anyways. They'll live. They will live, right? I assume that the mothers will protect the babies, but that's really cool that that's actually a thing in the game. Yeah. So anyways, so what we're going to do now in this one episode is, funny enough, we're still going to be working on this enclosure, right? What we're going to try and do is we're going to get Protoceratops. Because Protoceratops is deemed as like the sheep of the dinosaurs. They're very sheep-like. And yeah, I think it would fit well for this whole like petting zoo farmland dinosaur setting that I tried going on for this enclosure. You know, the Protoceratopses are the big bulls and cows, Compsognathus are the little chickens, and then we'll have Protoceratops be the little sheep. I'm not even going to try and figure out a dinosaur to represent pigs. I don't even think there is a dinosaur that represents pigs. Or is pig-like in this game. I think Protoceratops will also be good because I think even the adult Protoceratopses are capable of going into the little petting zoo and interact with the guests. So overall, I think Protoceratops is just the go-to dinosaur for this episode. It's what we want to do. So we're gonna, yeah, try and do it. Should be fairly quickly. We should already have it. It should be in the Jakarta formation where Velociraptor lives. Mongolia, Bayan Montana. Really? You don't have... Why is there not... Why does Velociraptor not share a dig site with Protoceratops? It's like the core dinosaur that we know for a fact interacted with each other. Whatever, let's just get him. What's this? Dig site blocked. Extinction now are blocking your team. Oh, the weird anonymous guys. Like, I understand you not wanting to wanting us to synthesize the dinosaurs, but in this case, like, we're just digging up fossils. Like, we're not allowed to dig up fossils anymore? Okay. Donate a sum to the government to expedite rejecting these baseless protests and open up the dig site again. I'll lose $200,000. Delay the expedition to fight this in court. In court. Does this imply that I get money out of this? Or like, whatever, just pay them off. Although I will say it's kind of funny how, like, we originally started off with, like, we don't want the dinosaurs to breed, you know, because then they'll get out of control, to now where it's like, yeah, stop it, let them breed. Uh-oh. Okay, you're already on it. Oh, I'm so glad. The maintenance teams. This is one thing I did not expect I would really like. I did not expect that I would like the maintenance team so much. They're so handy.
Enclosure.
Oh,
I mean, not
okay.
to put too fine a point on it, but the operative word there is enclosure, as in enclosed, which is what the dinosaurs need to be if we intend to prevent the disaster that we're now rocketing toward.
Okay, that's not great.
That calls for the Got some infrastructure damage.
Oh god, what happened? Like the aviary broke for like the briefest second or something. Political figure fatality. A politician was the victim of the latest outbreak and their rivals believe we engineered the situation. They want to offer their thanks. We may not agree with their views, but the money is money. Well, I don't know. It depends. What political figure? Who died? It all depends on whether it's bloody Obama or Trump. Lose $200,000 or gain $2,500,000, but I lose publicity. I think we're in a good spot with money right now. I don't need more money, and I think what we need is more publicity. So we're just gonna refuse them. We don't condone this. I think it's pretty messed up, honestly. That what a chaotic start. Okay, but we should have Protoceratops, right? We sure do. Woo! I did Jurassic Parkified it a bit, but it still looks really awesome. Yeah, I can see the difference. The Protoceratops has the more sharper quills, and it's got a more displacive frill. Very cool, very cool. What do we want? You know what? Yeah, let's just do it at random. Let the game decide. We'll just pick which one we like the best. Yeah, awesome. But I guess first we gotta worry about this bloody health crisis that is going on currently. I think we're now at a point where we need to start worrying more about the space of the dinosaurs. I think the Protoceratopses are breeding a bit too fast now. And even though there's plenty of space, there's also like not a lot of like I can only add so much of the plant stuff. Yeah.
Fixing it up.
Welcome. Congratulations. I will return to the wild. Just so I can have just a little bit more space into the enclosure. Now thinking about it, it's kind of messed up because like, what if they just realize like, oh well, if I just hurt myself, I can just leave. All right, now we can make the Protoceratops.
Procedure.
Oh, I was hoping that would get more. Oh, you look cool. Yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll get the black and white Protoceratops, and this blue and orange female Protoceratops. Here we go.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
Now, obviously, we're going to make more. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the Protoceratops.
Ah, the Protoceratops. An herbivore with a bony neck frill and an adorable parrot-like beak. Interesting fact for you,
I wouldn't
they lay
say-
soft-shell eggs. Yeah, which is something of a rarity in dinosaurs. Definitely a fantastic addition to our collection.
Wait, what? How do you know that? Or is this just canon in the Jurassic World universe? I'm just going to assume it's the latter. Alright, they like ground fiber, funny enough. Okay, I can work with that. So, Protoceratops. Missing water. Well, if they just go in that direction... So, Protoceratops is a very infamous dinosaur. So, this is a dinosaur from the Jakota Formation in Mongolia. So, this dinosaur lived with Velociraptor. In fact, not only do we know it lived with Velociraptor, but we have what is arguably probably one of the best fossils we have ever discovered. Right? Protoceratopses are fighting once again, but this isn't about them, right? So, there is a very famous fossil of Velociraptor and Protoceratops locked in combat. Protoceratops had its jaws snatched up on the arm of this Velociraptor, and the Velociraptor was like getting it trying to like sickle its throat. We don't know the complete story of what's going on, but it's reasonable to assume that Velociraptor probably was trying to hunt Protoceratops, and yeah, and somehow they got buried, completely buried. Both dinosaurs, full skeleton, locked in combat. It's assumed that there was a landslide of some sort, like a sudden, like a big huge chunk of sand just fell for this sandy hill and buried both of them alive, and they were locked up in combat forever. It's definitely one of the coolest fossils ever, and it tells us so much. For one, it gives us a complete anatomy of both dinosaurs. We now know exactly what they both look like. But it also tells us for a fact, Velociraptor absolutely did hunt these dinosaurs. I can't say for certain which particular branch of Ceratopsian they're from, but I can reasonably assume that they're definitely early Ceratopsian, so they're neither Chasmosaurian nor Centrosaurian, because obviously they don't even have horns, they just have the frill, and there's very huge beak that would have helped them both eat, but also like, you know, maybe defend themselves with the Velociraptor, as we've seen with the battle. Now with the frills themselves, I don't think there's anything that would help them other than to be sexually dimorphic and look pretty, you know. But I guess maybe the frill is particularly armored, so that might help. But otherwise, it's reasonably to assume that it would have been bright and colored and look very, very pretty. Protoceratops also had these strange quills on its tail, and that brought up an interesting idea for a little while that maybe this is the ceratopsians' equivalent of feathers. I think it is made out of a similar structure. I'm not too sure, but yeah, for almost every ceratopsian art later depicted them having these strange quill structures, right? So Nasutoceratops at the back there probably would be no exception. However, maybe this is only just a special thing for early ceratopsians. I don't think there's anything to particularly suggest that all the other ceratopsians had these quill-like structures, but it's really cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're used for. I don't know if they are for defense. Maybe they are, like a porcupine. I don't know. They're definitely weird and strange. And another thing about Protoceratops, and there's like so much I can talk about this dinosaur, honestly. Like for Protoceratops, there are so many Protoceratopses. We even have baby Protoceratops. We have practically a fossil of a Protoceratops in every single life stage of its life, right? From hatchling to baby to toddler to teenager to adults to elder, right? We have a pinpoint exact time frame of what their lifespan would look like. And I guess that's another good reason why Frontier added this dinosaur into the game for the babies and stuff, you know, other than like, you know, being a very well-known dinosaur, having, yeah. I wish they Jurassic Park could fight it a bit more though. Weirdly enough, it's weird to say. I mean, like, they made it accurate size. It is small. It's definitely a small ceratopsian. But the problem is that Velociraptor exists. And Velociraptor absolutely hunted this dinosaur. So, like, I feel like if you're going to have Velociraptor in the game, in that, like, man-sized, you might as well make Protoceratops man-sized as well. So that they, you know, the ancient rivalry returns. But now if you put a Velociraptor in here, they're just gonna pick him off. You know, you can't really recreate the famous fossil. But I don't know. Still, it's awesome. I'm really glad this dinosaur is in the game with us. And yeah, it's definitely a really, really cool dinosaur. Yeah, let's get some more. Obviously 2's not enough. We gotta have way more than 2 Protoceratopses. And yeah. Cool stuff. Right. Let's make some more. Preferably like 5 or something. Like a good chunk, you know. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so now that we're done with this, the barn enclosure, I guess we'll have to move on to something else. I'm thinking Tropiognathus, right? We'll get an aviary of Tropiognathus somewhere in the park. And then after that, we got like 2 more dinosaurs we gotta work with. I don't think there's any particular dinosaur that fits with the whole farm theme that we've already gotten. I can definitely take a look, but I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything. I mean, I guess in Australia we got emu arms. Arms? Farms, not arms. Psittacosaurus. I think I'll save Psittacosaurus because that's another new dinosaur. That's a really interesting one to talk about. But I think I'll save that dinosaur for another park. I guess Myosaurs are kinda cow-like. Well, we already got the Myosaur in the other park, though. So do we really want them? Listersaurus, actually. No, yeah, Listersaurus is pretty pig-like. We might get Listersaurus, actually, yeah. Here we go, this is more like it. So what are our options? So black or orange. Green with orange spots. Or green with blue spots. And grayish purple or orange. I think we'll go with this. Yeah, and hopefully further down the line, it'll make some babies. We got the small nest. I know that these guys require small nest. And also, let's hope that they actually go into the bloody petting zoo thing. Because I really want that thing to work. I guess it is a pretty cool visual image, though, to see, like, side by side. Like, Protoceratops, they started off with looking like this. And then eventually they would look like this. Yeah. Cool visual image. What are you doing, huh? You guys are so close to the bloody thingy. Just come on. Please, I just want you to go in, please. Goddamn. I love how there's like a huge gathering of Protoceratops right here. It's the bloody... The dinosaur encounter is right there. It just... Ah, please. Interact with the guests, I beg of you. Nest preference Compsognathus. One out of satisfied species. When out of the feel comfortable breeding, their nest preference need to be met. Multiple nests required. Multiple nests. What? What's the breeding requirements for Protoceratops? Requires a small nest. But did you even go that direct? Oh, they never went that way, so they don't know that they can just... Do I want to just base breeding chance? Hold on, wait, yeah. What is the breeding chance of all of them? 12%. 32%, you're better. 13%. Wow, none of you have good odds of breeding. Oh wait, hold on, what's this? Appeal modifiers. Quetzalcoatlus, Tropiognathus, Thanatos Dracon. Tropiognathus is more popular, apparently, in this park. Huh. I guess we should focus on getting Tropiognathus then. I don't think I'll have them share an enclosure with these guys. I think I'll make a different enclosure, a more unique enclosure. Its own, yeah. So, like where? Like what? Here? Let's take a look. What does the park want? 99% food coverage, 73% drink coverage, 99% gift coverage. So apparently they want more drinks. Who will win? So it seems that the combat system is still the same as it always was, ever since the first game. But I guess we'll have to see how the carnivore dinosaurs actually interact with the other dinosaurs. But I don't know. But yeah. But that, oh well. I mean, we already got like so many good stuff. They can only focus. With hope, maybe they will add a more better combat system later in the future. But oh well. What can you do? Alright, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get Lystosaurus, and then for Tropiognathus, we'll make its own aviary, right? I think it's good to do Lystosaurus because I already have a good enclosure right here. There's less work for me to do. It's just good to just get it out of the way, right? So, yeah, let's do that. Lystosaurus. I say that like as if I already have the DNA. Where is Lystosaurus even found? Okay, so there's one in China. I'm curious, actually. What does all the dig site... So theoretically, there should be a Lystosaurus everywhere, right? Well, not everywhere, but like... in most continents. Because Lystosaurus was a very, very common reptile. Synapsid. That's better. Only China, huh? Right, okay. Here we go. Lystrosaurus. Fossils head up in customs. The import of fossils have been delayed by a hold up at customs. Speed up the customs process by paying a fast-tracked premium, lose $100,000. Gain $1 million, but I lose fossils in publicity rating. Sell the fossils to an external organization. No, let's not do that. What? Yeah, that one. Obviously, I have so much money, and I don't want to lose my fossils. Why would I send them out there if I didn't want them to grab fossils?
Zone task assigned.
It's common sense. And then there's transport. So we'll probably focus on getting like... yeah, wider paths. To satisfy the guests.
Got some infrastructure damage.
New viral genome Lystrosaurus, alright.
Generator just needs some fuel. Getting the generator.
Aww. So did they actually get bothered by dead bodies? They do. Interesting. Right. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Are the Kuyajaras breeding? Or are we having like an inbred situation where they're all like related to each other? And so that they can't physically breed with each other anymore? There might be what's going on. I'll keep an eye on this nest. If I see more Koyojaras dying off, then I'm going to assume that, like, yeah, it is a case where, like, there's not... everyone's related to each other, so... Now, hopefully it doesn't come down to that. What about the Protoceratops? Have they been breeding? Nest location issues. Can't breed. Location issues, huh?
First thing they teach you in the real estate game is location, location, location. I think even the dinosaurs can understand that. So make sure your scenery delivers.
Right. Away from other nests, too many dinosaurs and territory blocked. Right, so the Thanatos Dracons want their nests hidden. How do I do that? Because, like, that's not really going to be possible for unless I would have really hide it well, like, here-ish?
We'll be back soon.
Alright. Partially hidden. Right. Okay, yeah. No worries. Let me think. Let me think of a way to, like, make it hidden somehow. I guess that's better. And how does it look from here? It's a meh view, but I guess it's better than nothing. We are now at a point where there are too many Geosternbergias. Because look at all these stat changes. Right, let's get, it's time to, yep, get out of here. And then rewild them. So, hopefully, that pushes them back to normal? Maybe? Nest has been claimed by Thanatos Dracon. Hell yeah, awesome. So now they're breeding. They did it in a very strange way though.
That's a sign.
Eternal bleeding. How? Okay, well, right. The Protoceratopses are fighting. But while they're doing that, we're gonna make some Lystrosaurus. No clear indicator on male and female, so they're probably the same. That's perfectly fine. Not all of the animals need obvious implications of what's male and what's female. We'll do it random. Let's get some piggies. Well, funny enough, actually, I think Lystrosaurus is arguably more related to pigs than they are dinosaurs anyway, so, like, it's the closest thing that you would get to, like... Okay, and what do we got? We got free, we got a basic yellow, or purplish blue, yellow, but orange spots, ooh, or, oh, I like that one. We need more red, you know, there's not enough red stuff. And then just dull green. What do you say? 2 males, 1 female? What do I like more? Yeah, stuff it. We'll do it. 2 males, 1 female. For Lystrosaurus.
Complete. Prepare asset for release.
Here we go.
The Lystrosaurus, a true survivor of the dinosaur world.
Well...
No one is quite sure how this animal survived the mass Permian extinction event, but survive it did. It might be small in stature and toothless, bar those upper canine tusks, but the Lystrosaurus was a remarkably successful species in its time. And now, of course, in our time as well.
Yep. Yeah, Lystrosaurus. I've already talked about Lystrosaurus before in Evolution 2. But basically, yeah, they were survivors of the Great Permian mass extinction and managed to dramatically, like, multiply in density of how many of them there were in the Triassic period, yeah. Very cool, yeah. So I'll give them the chance to roam around. They should hopefully get the water. Yeah, I think we'll make 1 more batch of Lystrosaurus. Maybe even another batch of Protoceratops if I'm feeling daring. We'll see. Yeah, we'll probably end it here. Yeah.
Synthesis procedure complete.
And then next time, we'll focus on working on the Tropiognathus enclosure, yeah. Right. I think we'll go with you. 1 male and 3 females. I like this.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
Awesome. And how is everyone else? We're perfectly okay? The Protoceratops seem to be doing well. The Protoceratops are about to breed, actually. In fact, wait, did we already... We sure did! Ah! Hello! We got little baby Protoceratops. So yeah, like I said, there's Protoceratops, because we have so many fossil remains of Protoceratops, we know what they look like as babies.
Predict an incoming
And then
hurricane.
gradually to adults. And yeah, very cool. Oh no, there's a baby. So they are breeding, which is good. Fix it now! Hello? Why won't you let me...
As I suspected, this animal has a major bone fracture. It requires immediate intervention. Please make this a priority.
What's this? Why are you not letting me fix it?
I'll take it from here.
What is this? What? We're really just going to ignore the obvious hole in the wall? Okay, I guess we're doing this now. I was supposed to end the episode here. It's not even doing anything, it's just casually just like flying. It's like, oh, this is nice. Oh, God. Alright. Now can we please fix the wall? Why? What is this? Frontier, explain. Explain to me right now what the hell this is. What is this weird glitch that I can't fix the bloody fence? Do I seriously have to like manually like remove it and then rebuild it from this? Obstructed. There we go. Well, that was a horribly, like, chaotic end. that was unnecessarily full on. Alright, you know what? I'll deal with all this chaos, like, off screen. But until then, where's Protoceratops? We gotta end it with Protoceratops. Here we go. Where's a Protoceratops with a clear shot? Here we go. Yeah, so... we did get quite a bit. We got Protoceratops, and we got Lysosaurus. I think we're pretty much done with this enclosure, the petting zoo enclosure. I'm actually really happy with how this came out. It's definitely a really cool enclosure, and yeah, I hope. Yeah, we'll move on from there. We're going to build the Tropiognathus enclosure next time. We're going to try and get that 10 dinosaur species limit. Well, not limit, but like goal, right? I just got to figure out what dinosaur to get. The logical answer would be another pterosaur. And I think we can probably still do that, yeah. Maybe like a Dimorphodon or something, maybe something simple. I don't know. We'll think of something. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. Awesome stuff. So if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel. And make sure you have a super time. Bye bye!